Hey, welcome to another episode of Sticky Situation. We're up at the homestead again, trying to fix the case. As you remember, I kept having trouble with the steering. It would freeze up. Sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't. Sometimes it just locked in place. Well, last week when I was up here, I decided, well, I'm going to see if I could check. So I watched some YouTube videos and said, okay, there's a filter in here. I got a filter, and they said, just take that off. You can replace the filter, because I thought, well, maybe the filter's part of the problem. Maybe it's jammed up, maybe something's wrong. I don't know. So I got this new filter, and I went to put it in, and I took the part off that they said, take this part off. And I looked in there and I said, where's the filter? Supposedly it sticks right here, like this. This is where it should have been. Mounted right on here, perfectly in that. It was not there. So that's, you know, the story of my life, in the sense of I go along thinking that whoever owned it or took care of it before made sure that when they took that off, they took the filter out, they put it in a new one. Apparently they didn't. So that could be the cause of my problems, because if no filter's on there, then any trash or gunk or whatever got sucked down inside. So now I'm gonna try to figure out what's wrong with it. So that at least is an inkling of why it's sometimes works, sometimes not. I would guess that something's jammed up in there and clogged in it, and that's what's giving me the error. So we will tinker around some more, but man, that just frustrates me. The fact that people who are supposed to care for their things don't care for their things. So anyway, let's put on the new filter, fill her back up, and see what else is going on or missing in here. That can't be right. Problem with replacing the filter that wasn't there is you don't know how it went on before. Nice thing about having a filter is you can look at it and go, oh yeah, that looks normal. I'm gonna guess something like this, with the spring right here, holding it tight against there. That seems about right, I would guess. Kind of hard to know, like I said. If you don't have the filter originally on there, I might have to go look at the specs and make sure. Yeah, I really don't want to have to pull this whole thing out to get any gunk out. I don't know where else unless I pull the lines on it and see if I see anything clogged up in the lines. That's really my only other option. Alright, so this is how I have it put together. Got the filter on. Got this little flat round washer right here. Hopefully you can see that. It's kind of in the darkness up there. And then I got the spring on there and this other little bolt. And you got to make sure that you get your O-ring on here good and you don't pinch it or crush it. And it'll go all the way around down here, up against that edge. Yeah, you don't want to mess this one up for sure. So hopefully we can get that on without any issues. And I'll take got to tighten it down a little bit more. Probably have to get it all the way to the end. A little bit better, but not quite. Looks like it felt like it was at the end. For some reason it is and well, that's it for that. Let's see if we can keep working up here, get some other stuff done. As you kind of sad news, I guess, for me while I'm up here. Had ended up having to bury our dog Haley last week as well, just because her cancer had come back, her diabetes kicked in, she was losing all her hair and could barely stand up some of the days, and so she was getting pretty bad. And so we had to put her down, and I did bury her up here, and I'll show you her little headstone that we made, and got to attach her collar tag to the stone I put up there so we can always remember it. But yeah, I buried her up here so we can have her in a place where we can always remember it. And it was tough. Normally I'm a pretty tough guy and I don't, let my emotions out very often, but that was hard for me. Even though she'd only been with us for a little bit over a year, it was, I don't know, it's tough when you lose a good dog. But she's better off now than she was. Yeah, the last couple weeks she could barely even stand up some days. She had her joints were swelling up, and yeah, she was not having a fun time. So yeah, on that other, that's like I say, this is the way of my life. When bad things seem to happen, or just the way things are, it just kind of folds and just keeps rolling. And I gotta accept that, it's part of life, but some days are easier than others, that is for sure. Anyway, stick with us and we'll keep working. there?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that is it for another sticky situation. Let's try this again. Okay. We can keep it set. Okay, there we go, right there.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for another sticky situation. So we got the filter fixed.
Yeah.
It was driving for a minute. I could turn the steering wheel, who knows? Maybe by some miracle, that's all it took was putting the filter back on.
And I had to talk.
And then we dug some dirt and made messes. So
Yeah, that's what we'll do.
that's it for this episode. Not a very long one, but that's fine.
Yep.
Always things to see, always things to do. We're trying to get things buttoned up before the end of winter,
Alright.
which is coming real soon because, man, it was cold last night. Snowed a little bit. It was more like hail on us, but we were good.
Yeah.
So anyway, thanks for sticking around, and remember, stick with it. You got this. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Click that like button. And then if you're interested in anything that's been going on, watch these videos up here. And
come down below.
no negative comments, only positive comments.
Okay.
Yes, give us a like.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.